Let me clean that ASAP. Welcome to the chat. Wait, let me make sure. Okay, we're fine. Let's clean the screen. Sorry, guys. We're gonna clean the screen. Look, brand new. It's like she's brand new. Let's clean my glasses. I'm so tired. If I have low energy tonight, it's because I have low energy. So if I have low energy tonight, it's because I have low energy. Okay, so we are live and we are in color. Hello, hello, hello. Let's get the chat up. Let's get the chat up and say hello to people. Hey, Autist, you're the first one, baby boy. You are the first one. We love that so much. We love that so much. Hey, Madison Rose, how are you? Good evening. Thank you for being here as always. Thank you, Autist, for being here as always. Macy Guyver wants to know, do I like any podcasts? Not really. I have gone in and out of listening to podcasts. I was a big fan of Valuetainment for a little bit. I used to love the I've Had It podcast as well. Um, I used to love both of those podcasts, but those are really the only two recent podcasts that I've really listened to on a consistent basis. Um, I don't know if you consider the Candace Owens show to be a podcast. I don't really consider that to be a podcast, but I guess maybe it is. I don't know. But I listen to that occasionally. Um, so yeah, I don't know. Hopefully that answers your question. I don't know. Hey Dollar Bob, how are you? Hey Ichimaru, how are you, Ichimaru? I love your name, Ichimaru. So kawaii. I love it so much. If you ever want to some laughs, I watched The Honeydew. It's great. Send me a link in the Discord channel. Yeah. Send me I love to listen to an episode, Honeydew, but I will forget. Can somebody remind me in the Discord channel? Ping me a reminder to listen in the Discord channel. Um, I need a reminder. Send. Make sure to listen to an episode of The Honeydew. What is it called? The Honeydew. You know how you have your rope? I want an antique smoker's jacket. Ooh, that would be iconic. That would be kind of cool. Bob, that would be cool. Doggy, yeah, there's a doggy cipher. Hey, cipher, what's going on? Um, I'm really good, Ichimaru. I'm a little bit tired. I had a really full day today, and I didn't even get done everything that I wanted to get done. It started off with me volunteering. You guys know I volunteer with the homeless every week, and so I did that this morning. I cooked a ham and bean soup with cornbread. Oh my god, it was so good. It was so flavorful. So good. Love it so much. And then we had salad as well. So the clientele, they loved it. I have to admit though, they were really more impatient than usual because we were more late than usual. Like we didn't serve until like 12 o'clock, and we usually serve around 11:30. So it was just a little bit like, okay, guys, I know that like we're fucking late, but chill. Like take a chill pill. We're giving you free food. Like I know that we're out of cornbread already, but we have another piece of cornbread in the oven. Chill out. You know what I mean? Like it was just kind of giving that. So that was stressful but successful ultimately. And then after volunteering, I entertained friends. I don't entertain very often, guys. I really don't. I love to entertain, but I don't do it very often because my home is a sanctuary, right? My home is a sanctuary. It is the last bastion of peace in this world because the minute you don't get me started ranting already, but the minute you start to leave your home The minute you start to leave your home is when you have the government attacking you. You have these degenerate animals on the street attacking you. Your freedom of speech is being attacked. Your bodily autonomy is being attacked. Your finances are being attacked. And this is when you step foot outside of your home. So I don't invite many people to my home. Quite frankly, truly, I don't, because my home is peaceful. I love my home. I love being here all the time. I'm a homebody. I love it so much. But I did invite a couple good friends over to my place to do matcha sampling. In fact, I know DJ's gonna be here really soon, but one of my friends, I'm not gonna say his name. Well, it doesn't matter. Tan is his name, but he's from the UK. He's British. He's British. He's a bloke. He's British. So him, um, and his wife came over, Alana. She's a real estate agent, good friend of mine. They're on my Instagram, so I posted pictures on Instagram if you guys are interested. Anyway, they came over, they brought their daughter over, and I made us all matcha lattes. I taught them how to make a matcha latte with the right proportions, the right measurements, the right ratios of water to milk to syrup to matcha. I taught them all that. Of course, I promoted my brand Neoteas and gave them my affiliate discount codes and all that stuff. It's Cho, by the way, CHO at Neoteas. Get yourself 10% off. Not sponsored, but affiliated. I make money off that. Okay, support your boy if you drink matcha. So I made them two different matcha lattes, and then I made their daughter, because their daughter's like, I don't know, she's like 5 or 6, I don't know, but she's young. So I didn't make her a matcha latte. I made her a hojicha latte, which hojicha is roasted green tea. Roasted green tea. So you don't have the caffeine that you have in a regular matcha. You can drink that in the evening without disrupting your sleep patterns. So I made that for her. It's more like a nuttier, healthier, antioxidant packed hot chocolate. That's what it tastes like. And she loved it. So anyway, I had a good time. I do love to entertain in my home. It is the perfect house for entertaining, but I just don't do it very often. So you got to be pretty special to be here. Um, One of my moderators has been to my home, by the way, Husky. He doesn't come to the live streams very often, but if you're in the Discord, Husky's been to my house. We baked a cake. So fucking gay. Even though he's like a straggit, he baked the chocolate. He taught me how to bake a chocolate cake. It was so cute, so gay. Anyway, and then after my matcha date with my friends and their kid, I then spent the rest of the evening taking my nephew to the store. I took him to a Thai restaurant to eat Thai food with him. And then we came back home and I taught him how to make homemade syrups. He's looking to scale his lemonade business. He's 12, by the way. He's looking to scale his lemonade business, and I'm the perfect person to help him do that because I'm into entrepreneurship. And so I'm into like the restaurant business. And so I taught him how to scale that business by, making things from scratch, offering variety, being able to upcharge, understanding the rules of thirds when it comes to the restaurant business. You want a third of the price to go towards purchasing your items, a third of the price to be going towards paying for your time and efforts, and then a third of that should be your profit, right? Some leeway. So anyway, we did all that. We made a cherry vanilla syrup. We made a melon syrup, and then we did a ginger mint syrup. And I taught him the ratios and proportions to make sure that it's consistent, and he can scale that up to size to create whatever volume that he needs to create for his different events where he's selling lemonade and syrups. So anyway, I had a whole fucking day. I'm exhausted. That's all I've done today. Whew, I'm tired. I have watched The Honeydew as well. Good morning, Michael from Ireland. How are you? I want to know if you think Candace has had an abrupt personality change or not. I've been hearing so many things from so many people. I don't think so. Candace Owens has always been unhinged. She's always been unhinged. I don't think that she has switched up or changed whatsoever. She's always been unhinged, aggressive, pointed, takes no prisoners, doesn't give a fuck what people think about her, conspiracy theorist. Like she's always been that consistently. It's just been the topics have changed. Like the topics that she's interested in has changed. And I think her personality has been consistent, but I think the topics she's now obsessing over, people are more sensitive about it. So I don't know. As a longtime viewer of Candace, I don't think she switched up at all. I think the topics have switched up and people are uncomfortable with some of the things that she's now currently obsessed with, which is okay, by the way, which is okay. I don't agree with Candace Owens about everything, so I get it. I get it totally. She might be an anti-Semite, sure. That doesn't take away any value from some of the points and the facts that she brings up in her commentary and reporting. Um, I also think the whole thing with the transvestigating of, I mean, she definitely hates trans people. Um, but again, doesn't take away from the veracity of her argument and her narrative, whether it's from hate or not. There are some good points she makes about the trans community, right, or about Jewish people. We're not well about Israel, the government. Um, so I don't know. What have you heard, Madison, that makes you? Um, what do you mean? Because I haven't heard this. Who is saying that Candace has had an abrupt change in personality? The National Guard is coming to a city near me. Local singles in your area. Period. Oh my God. Hey DJ, welcome DJ. I think I mentioned you earlier. Thank you for the reminder. You're lurking. I only let 3 friends come over. Period. He's from England. Did he stab you? He did not stab me. He is African though. African descent. Um, can I ask why there was no real milk? Because I don't drink milk. I don't drink real milk, Dollar Bob. So I have a weird lactose intolerance. I am only this is gonna be so weird. This is weird. Listen to me, follow me. I am only lactose intolerant when it comes to drinking milk. Drinking milk. So I cannot have real milk in cereal. I cannot have real milk in a latte. Um, I don't drink milkshakes, but I remember in high school the last time I had a milkshake, the last time I had a milkshake was like 15 fucking years ago. But the last time I had a milkshake with real milk, it fucked me up. However, I can have dairy in every other form. I love cheese to death. I put real milk in things like I can have real milk in things like cornbread, cakes, all types of shit. Like I only have issues digesting real milk when it's in a drinking way. Like if I'm drinking it, I get fucked up. So I don't typically buy real milk unless I'm buying it specifically for a recipe that I'm cooking. Good question though, Bob. Good question. Do you support Dr. Umar Johnson? I don't know exactly who that is. Does it make me weird that I feel no empathy or sympathy towards others? Like if someone dies, like a friend, I won't feel a thing. Also, for some reason, I can't cry. You might be a sociopath, Ichimaru. That does make you weird. You should get that checked out. Honestly, no, no, honestly, truly, honestly, truly. Human beings are supposed to have empathy and sympathy, and you may be having some symptoms of an anti-personality disorder, Ichimaru. Um, because empathy and sympathy are natural human emotions that is natural and necessary for productive existence in society. So I would get that checked out. I would talk to someone about that and evaluate, is that true? Like, is that really true that you don't have empathy, or is that something that you just like think about yourself? Sometimes your feelings are not valid, right? All listen, spoiler alert. Spoiler alert, guys. Buckle up. Your feelings are not always valid. I'll repeat. Your feelings are not always valid. I'll say it one more time. Your feelings are not always valid. Okay? So you may feel like you don't have any empathy or sympathy, but I would prefer for you to actually talk to a doctor or someone that has a little bit of expertise on those subject matters to see if that's really something you have an issue with. Um, hey JJ, what's going on? No, it just means that you have some issues. To be honest, I am the same way. Well, I don't think you're the same way, Dollar Bob. I think you have empathy towards other people. Um, I've seen the short you've made this morning. Oh, thank you, JJ. Thank you so much for supporting the content. Hopefully you liked it. You should comment on my shorts. That helps me a lot. It helps a lot when you guys comment and engage with my content. It helps put dollars in my pocket. It's the best free way to support me financially is by engaging with my content. Hey, Sunset Pottery. Long time no see. What's going on, girl? What's going on? The only emotion I got is anger when someone pisses me off. What's up, brother? Hope you've been doing well. Cynical Surf, I've been struggling a bit. I've been um I've been struggling a bit to be quite frank. The half marathon training has been very difficult for me to manage my time wisely. It has taken over my life. The physical portion of the running has not been difficult at all for me because I am naturally an athletic person. I can run. I'm a good fucking runner. My pace is excellent for my age and for the distances that I'm running. However, the time commitment has been very challenging for me. So outside of that, my life is fantastic. My life is always great. But that's been a little bit struggle. I'm behind in things that I want to be on top of. Do you like that broad? Who's that broad, Elgin Johnson? Have you been following Candace? Oh, Candace Owens. I do like Candace Owens. Have you been following Candace's lawsuit with the French? Of course I have. She's gonna win. And why is she gonna win? Because Brigitte is a man. Like, I mean, because yeah, the Macrons are not suing. So okay, I'm gonna sum up this whole lawsuit with one factoid. One factoid is going to prove that Brigitte is a man. One factoid. Like, it requires a bit of context. Where does Candace Owens get her reporting from when it came to Brigitte Macron? I'll tell you. Alexander Poussard, who's a French citizen, he wrote a book called Becoming Brigitte. Okay? He wrote a book called Becoming Brigitte that details historical records and speculations and theories and some evidence and circumstantial evidence. It details all this information about how she's a man, allegedly, in my conspiracy, my opinion, right? Candace Owens got her reporting from this book. Okay? French citizen. Okay? That's the context. This is another fact. The Macrons are suing Alexander Poussard. Guess what they're suing him for? Not defamation. I know that's you probably thought I was going to say defamation because what he's doing is he's lying about them. They're not suing him for lying about the Macrons. You want to know what they're suing him for? Bullying. Bullying. They're not suing him for defamation, for lying about calling the First Lady of France a man. They're suing him for bullying. Now, this is the speculation part, okay? Because listen, y'all call us conspiracy theorists all the time. I just use common sense. And I'm asking you guys, if someone was out there defaming you, would you not sue them for defamation or would you sue them for bullying? Would you sue them for defamation or would you sue them for bullying? Now The answer to that question might depend on the veracity of the claims. Because if what Alexander Poussard wrote in his book is true, you couldn't sue him for defamation. Because you can't defame someone for telling the truth. Another example, another factoid. They sued two French people who have made allegations against Brigitte Macron relating to her being a man. They sued them for defamation. They lost those lawsuits. In France, a place where it is much easier to prove defamation. It is infinitely harder to prove defamation in America. So them suing her for defamation in America for something they've already lost in France twice, for something that they are refusing to sue the guy, the originator of the lie, They refuse to sue him for defamation. I need y'all to put y'all thinking caps on. Put them on. Put the thinking caps on. Okay? This is like basic law 101. This does not require a law degree. I don't have a law degree, but this is very simple concepts to understand. The woman has some man parts. Allegedly. Since it's so controversial. I don't know what's between her legs. Okay? I haven't seen her dick yet. But again, I don't condone gambling. I don't gamble on anything but the S&P 500. I don't gamble on anything but the S&P 500. But I would gamble on her having a dick between her legs. I would. I would do that. I would. So those are my thoughts on, what was the question? On the French president lawsuit situation. Those are my thoughts, Autist. Those are my thoughts. You can take the clown out of the circus, but you can't take the circus out of the clown, period. I'm going through a time right now where I don't even know what I am feeling. There is nothing wrong with you, though. I agree on Candace. I see why she's upset at Trump. Well, Trump's a piece of shit. So I can see why most people are upset at him. Oh my God. Where am I? You don't get it. And never in my 18 years of life have I ever felt anything. Well, I do get it. What I'm saying is, if that is the case, you might have symptoms of an anti-personality disorder. That's what I'm saying, Ichimaru. I do get it. I actually do get it. I get it. If that is true, then you might have symptoms of an anti-personality disorder, and you should seriously get that checked out. I'm not being facetious when I say that. Jen, talk to some friends. I am here for you in Discord. Things can get weird. I'm just asking if it makes you weird. It does make you weird, but being weird isn't a bad thing. I don't need to talk about anything. Well, if you're asking if you're weird, yes, it makes you weird. It makes you weird. But that's okay. It's okay to be weird. It's not okay to notice weird things about yourself and not address them fully. That's not good. That's not good. If you have weird things that may be negative things, then you should address them head on, evaluate them, say, hey, is this a bad thing that I don't feel empathy? Is this like a unproductive way of living? Has this affected my relationships negatively? Like, you should be evaluating those ideas and concepts, and trying to see if there is room for self improvement. Maybe things are great. I don't know. I don't know your life, Ichimaru. Your life might be perfect. I don't know. If it is, then don't change anything. But you asked me a question, I'm answering it. Yes, it does make you a bit weird if you don't have the ability to empathize or sympathize with people. That's fucking weird. I mean, that's it is. But I don't think you need to stress out over it either. Like, there's no point in, like, spiraling out of control and becoming, oh my God, I'm so broken. No, 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 no. Human beings are all broken in different ways. This might just be your way, something that you need to work on. I don't know. It's nothing to get down in the dumps about, but it is something that you should evaluate seriously and give it some serious thought. Um, I hope those Africans weren't flirting with you, man, because I would have had a major problem with that. Oh, here we go, Elgin Johnson. Here we go. Um, Try drinking oat milk or almond milk. I drink both. Ichi wants to know why are you modding here but not in Discord? Well, that's not happening anytime soon, Ichimaru. There's some higher stipulations for Discord mods. We'll have to evaluate that in the future for Bob. I don't care how thirsty I am. I wouldn't drink a glass of milk. I saw a short on Roseanne Barr talking about Candace and she called her a monster, and the comments are pretty crazy. Well, that's pretty rich coming from Roseanne Barr because she literally looks like a monster herself and behaves like a monster herself, quite frankly. So, sure. What is that saying? The pot calling the kettle black? Okay. Next. I mean, she's very monstrous herself. So I don't know. Okay, sure. Who the fuck is Roseanne Barr in this world? A nobody to me. Um, yeah, Jim, being psychopathic isn't uncommon. Just use your powers for good instead of evil. Are you growing your hair out beautiful? No, it's not by design. It's by accident. I haven't had time, Elkin Johnson. Look at my hair. I look fucking ugly as fuck. Um, no, it's not on purpose. It's a true I don't feel shit. That's a gift and a curse, brother. Definitely that. Yes. Depending on how you use it. Can I ask you a question, beautiful? You should give topic to talk about. That would interesting. What topic? What topic do you want to talk about? How long have you been live? I haven't been getting notifications for weeks. Do you have the bell notification on? I don't know, Kenji. Sorry about that, Kenji. But thank you for being here. I appreciate you. By the way, Cho, are you 24? No. Why do you think I'm 24? Hey, MOP, what's going on? Since you run frequently, did you lose any weight? If so, how much and what's your weight goal? I don't have a weight goal, Elkin Johnson. As someone that has suffered from disorder eating in my past, I have to be really careful about obsessing over numbers in terms of the scale. I have learned, it's so funny. I have learned that it's all about the way your body looks, not the weight number on the scale. And quite literally, the happiest I've been with my body and the way that it looks has been at 170 pounds, which is what I currently weigh. My body doesn't look the way I want it to look, but when I was working out consistently, doing more um, lifting, my body looked fucking incredible at 170 pounds. When I was 135 pounds, ima- imagine. When I was starving myself and in a really toxic headspace, I was emaciated. I was gone, but I thought that that's what I needed. That's what I wanted, and I had like that whole body dysmorphia going on where I was just fucking psycho. I was literally psycho. I thought I was fucking fat at 135 pounds. I know, psychotic. So no, I don't have a weight goal. I have a goal of what I want my body to look like, but I do not have a weight goal. I currently weigh 170. No, I have not gained, I have not lost any weight from all the excessive running I've done. And the reason why I haven't lost weight is because I've been eating a fuck ton more calories. So in order to help me to run. So no, I haven't lost any weight. I've been at around 170 pounds for the last several months now. Good question. Um, he's not lying, people. She has a dick. I'm just, girl. You asked me a question, so I'm gonna answer the question. If someone was out here there saying I had a dick, I would just show him I don't have a dick. Who cares about a bot? Like, why is that so important to you? A bot. The real question tonight is Haagen Dazs or Ben and Jerry's. Ben and Jerry's. What kind of fucking question is that? Come on, Kenji. Because she has a dick. What if a gay man and a woman were running to be president in the future? Who would you think the voters would choose and why? I don't think that it would come down to a gay. I don't think that voters care about people being gay or female. I think it would depend on their policies, how popular they are, their past behaviors, current behaviors, I don't think America would really care. I don't think it would come down to whether he's gay or whether she's a woman. So I don't know, Elgin Johnson. Good question, but I don't know. Right now I have been hooked on some Butterfinger ice cream bars. Why wouldn't I understand? A bar has more value to me than your entire existence. Didn't say that to be rude. A bot has a bot has more value to me than your entire existence. Your problems don't make you unique. Go get professional help. That's yep. Period. Cho, do you think I'm colorist if I only like light skinned biracial women, and if I was interested in a guy, he would have to be light skinned too? No, I don't think so at all. I believe people have the right to have preferences without being called a bigot. You know, there are some people that um, you know, only like white people, and that's fine. There's some people that only like black people. That's fine. Um, I think it, you know, I think it becomes different when you. Okay. So there's a difference between preferring white people and disliking black people. Like those are two very different concepts. Like you can prefer white people, but if you actively dislike black people, that's a red flag, right? Like I believe preference, and that applies to everything. Like, sure, like you can like someone that's light skinned, but if you actively dislike dark skinned people, that's a little weird. Like, that's weird, right? Um, they call it friendship. I call it weakness. Well, you're definitely wrong on that, in my opinion, Ichimaru. Um, Relationships is how people have long lasting health in the world. Um, hey, Amber. My guy's a whole cringe lord. Bet you wear a fedora too and sleep with an anime body pillow. Not an anime body pillow, Kenji. That's funny. Michelle Obama, I believe, also is a biological male. I don't believe that she is. I think she's got a vagina. And as far as me being a Discord mod, I understand it wasn't me who asked. Oh yeah, I get it. I just answered the question. Roseanne, it's monstrous indeed. The bitch is. She's quite the cunt. She's quite the cunt. You could spit out blood and still wouldn't be ugly. You look 2024, aka young. I'm actually 35, as old as dirt in the gay world, at least. Is the National Guard coming a good, bad, or neutral thing? You tell me, G. What do you think? What do you think, G? Is the National Guard coming a good, bad, or neutral thing? Let me make that the poll tonight. We'll make that be the poll. Is the National Guard coming good, bad, neutral, no opinion? We got a poll. Vote in the poll. Vote in the poll. Is the National Guard coming to a city near you? Good, bad, or neutral slash no opinion? Um, I can't really think of any topic, but ask the audience in your chat. If they're calling the National Guard, something bigger is at play. Sometimes I worry about Candace's safety. I do too. JS is good. I don't know what STL is. A shithole. Salt Lake City? No, that's SLC. I don't know what STL is. Is that in Minnesota? What is STL? St. Louis, Missouri. Okay. So glad. Can't wait to welcome them. Ain't no way someone with the username Mr. Fifter tried to diss me and failed. Ooh, not Mr. Fifter. Let me ask you something beautiful. You know I lift weights, right? So I put on my Superman shirt. So this dude going to say, damn, you're wearing the hell out of that shirt. But that was him coming on to you, flirting with you. I only dated light skinned and biracial women. I just don't other skin complexion attractive. That's okay. You know I keep it real, DJ. I think it's mostly good. I do too, actually. Two things can be true at the same time, Cho. Tan's person can have a kitty cat too. Yes and no. Hi, Mandy from Australia. Trump need to send the National Guard to Chicago because these fools up here are wildin'. Agreed. My governor did it already in New Mexico like 2 months before Trump. Well, go, governor of Mexico. We love that. What were the results, G? Yes, crime is crime worse or better or unchanged? How's it been the last 2 months? From your anecdotal experience, that is. What's the update on the Twitter situation? Well, the Groypers, you know what? The Groypers, I haven't been on Twitter all day, really. I'm not really getting notifications anymore from the Groypers, but a lot of them, a lot of the Groypers are pussy ass bitches, right? So they have sock puppet accounts. They've got anonymous accounts for their anonymous accounts for their anonymous accounts. They're so ugly, fat, poor, broke, disfigured. Like they're so ugly that they don't show their faces. So they've got, random profile pictures of frogs. So sometimes a lot of their comments get filtered out from my notification. So I have to like kind of go above and beyond to even find their mentions of me because they get filtered out. Um, Let me go see if I can find some that I did not respond to. Mm, well, fuck me raw. Oh, okay. Wait a second. Yeah, so a lot of them I had to like look under the comments. It's marked as probable spam. No, nothing else, nothing new. Oh, here's another comment. He says, why would anyone be productive for you leech ass clowns, black people? I make sure it's things falling apart. You can't create. You just squat and pretend. So get to work, Toby, and stop playing on the internet since you built everything. I'm sure your dent-ridden shithole will be fine any day now. Oh, he's so mad and angry. I love it. I love it. I love it. I'll respond to that after the stream. But so yeah, the Groypers have laid off on me. They've gotten bored of me. I don't know. Maybe it's because I don't get so, emotional and upset and oh my god, why'd you call me the N word and how could you and why did you and why would you? Like I give a fuck. I guess they get bored. When they can't get a rise out of you, they get really bored. I don't know. Um Racist, ugly, pathetic, you know, can't get no pussy ass hoes. Like basement dwelling, deodorant needing hoes. It must suck to suck, I guess. Um so that's the update on the Twitter situation. I have not been harassed by the frog people in a while. And I guess they got bored. I was having fun with it. I love the attention that I get sometimes from these haters. So I loved it. So I don't know. By the way, when are you coming back to Chicago? I don't know. Hey, Mr. Smart Hacker, how are you? Trust and believe me, beautiful. If you don't have haters, then you're not doing something right, period. Crime is better now. Our main street was cleaned up from a lot of the drugs and mentally handicapped. It still needs work, but it's a little better. It went from awful to kind of bad. I love that. I love that. I love that for you guys in New Mexico, right? New Mexico? Love that for you, G. That's what jealousy and misery sounds like. The frog people. Listen, I feel like the frog people are trying to be the new like black people. Like, you know how like a lot of black people are like such fucking perpetual victims? Like, we all know that the black fatigue is real. The black degeneracy is real. We know these people. We've seen these people. They have no accountability for their actions. They're irresponsible. They're reckless. They're ghetto. We know those people. I feel like white people, like white males, they want to be victims so bad. Like they are competing so hard in the victimhood Olympics, and it's crazy to me. It's crazy to me. You have 95% control over your life. The things that happen to you, 95% of those things happening to you are your fault. They're your fault. It's your fault. 95% of the things happening to you is your fault. What is he doing? He must want to go downstairs. It's time for him to go to bed. See, he be sick of my bullshit. Me screaming, yapping, yelling. He'd be like, what the fuck is going on? Not the deodorant needing host. They need deodorant. They definitely need deodorant. They do need deodorant. Have a good night, Ichimaru. Thank you for stopping by. What is your channel about? I'm new, Mr. Smart Hacker. My channel is about any and everything. You guys who are in the chat, you guide the conversation. So I'm a pretty open book. We believe in freedom of speech here, so we have discussions about a variety of topics as a safe space. This is a safe space. This is because what a safe space is a space where you're able to actually express yourself without being censored. That's what a real safe space is. A safe space is not a space where your feelings are coddled, where you are shielded by the right opinions. A actual safe space is where you feel comfortable expressing yourself. Sometimes those expressions are not so comfortable, and that's okay because in this community, we all have the capacity to deal with things that make us uncomfortable, right? Um, we don't have to like call the ambulance and get people shut down, right? So that's what we talk about here. We talk about a variety of topics in a free and open way. We love liberal opinions. We love conservative opinions. We love libertarian opinions. We love green opinions. We just love opinions, right? Because I think we need to have more conversations, not less. So, and we talk about, a bunch of bullshit too, favorite baby names, what tea are you drinking, what alcohol are you drinking, what's your favorite color, things like that. Internet drama. We talk about all types of shit. Christ can redeem us all, even a wretched sinner such as myself. He loves us. But thank you. Good message. Hey, Teflon Don. Notice they put up an avatar of how they look like or resemble in real life. Listen, they're ugly as fuck. Ugly as fuck, Elkin. Ugly as fuck. It's sad. Very sad, actually. How long do you run on the treadmill? I don't run on the treadmill. Also, do you prefer core exercises? I do. I love a Russian twist. I love a Russian twist. I just started core exercises today because I have weak core muscles, but you need to do Russian twists. Weighted Russian twist is the jam. I almost did a bonus stream today where I worked out for you guys. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow or Monday. I'll do a bonus stream where it's just me working out. But I don't run on the treadmill. I hate running on the treadmill. I am a runner for experiences, people watching. It's like a spiritual experience for me, a moment of solitude and self care. And the treadmill is not it for me. Boners stream. It's a boner stream. Yeah, we're gonna call it a boner stream. What is that beautiful Russian twist? Okay, wait, I'll show you. Wait a minute. So, a Russian twist. Wait a minute. Hopefully, can you see me? Let me put this here. Okay. So, Russian twist. You sit like here, and you can do this in a modified way. So you can keep your legs on. You can keep your legs on the ground like this if you want. However, the best way to do it is to lift them like such. Okay? So I'll show you. And so you have this core movement like this, and you just twist, 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 twist. So that's like a really quick way to explain it. Obviously, I have a robe on and it's dark. But I think what I'll do, I will do this. When I have a bonus stream, the next bonus stream is going to be me working out. We're going to work out together, okay? And I'll show you guys my routine. Um, and that would be fun. That'll be kind of fun. It is something you have to get used to. So I recommend that you start with no weights first. Start with no weights and get the posture correct first. Because doing any exercise, any body exercise, body weight exercise in the wrong form will fuck you out. And you have limited returns on that. You know, like the effort that you're putting in is going to give you limited returns than if you just did the form correctly with no weights. So, getting the form right in the first place is a must for any exercise, specifically body weight exercises, core exercises. Get the form down first and then work on increasing your weight. Um, I don't know, but I could run outside. I could only run on the treadmill. I can't do treadmills. It's so the sock guy would be losing it right now. Oh my god, DJ. That guy never really did like pay me anything. I sent him one sock photo. And granted, I didn't ask him to pay me anything, but I would, I've read about how people have all these people who like, what do you call them? These findom people. What is it called? Findom? I don't know what that means, but I've read about it. These people have these like accounts where they like send them photos of their feet, and they send them money. And so I was like, listen, I'll send you a photo, but I don't want to ask someone for money. You know what I mean? That's kind of weird. Like that's weird. I have too much pride for that. I have a lot of pride. I struggle to ask people to like send me money, send me donations. Like, I have issue with that. Like, I like to provide value in exchange for things. Like, it's one thing to ask for money in exchange for something, but to just ask for money for doing nothing, that's weird to me. But yeah, he would have ate that up. He would have ate that shit up, honey. The socks I got on, I haven't changed my socks all day too. He likes them sweaty. He was very graphic too. Very graphic. Very, very, very graphic. Um, this is a good channel. When I hear the gay twang, I instantly thought it was gonna be a hate and division buffet, but you seem like a loving person. Keep it up. Listen, G, I am very loving. I'm the nicest guy you know. I'm the nicest guy you know. I am very nice when I'm being nice. I'm extremely nice when I'm being nice, right? I um I am someone that values relationships. I mean, I have become successful in my life not because of any skills, not because of any talent, not because of any strategy. It's been based purely on my relationships. And I'm being completely honest with you guys. I don't consider myself to be a highly talented person. I don't consider myself to have a lot of fucking skills. But one thing I am very good at is maintaining strong connections and networks throughout the entire fucking world. I've got people that go out of their way to do things for me off the strength of just knowing me. And that's a testament to how I'm able to relate to people, how I'm able to care for other people and support other people. And so when Ichimaro earlier said that like friendships are, I don't know what he said, friendships are like um a weakness, that's the complete opposite. That's the complete opposite to my experiences in my life. So I don't know if that I don't it's not true based on my perspective. Relationships are everything in life, right? They can make or break you financially. They can make or break you emotionally, and they can make and break you spiritually. So, yeah, I definitely think that relationships are very important in life, and I am a true testament of such. Um, so, but thank you, G, for appreciating that. Yes, I have a accent. I do have a accent. I do. I do. I do. It is what it is. I do express myself in a very dramatic way. I do. So I know it can be, stereotypes are stereotypes for a reason. You hear someone talk and the purse falls out of their mouth and you instantly think, oh, they're part of the LGBTQI plus exclamation mark Wi-Fi strong password community. You instantly believe that. And most of the time they are. But I like to think I have common sense. You know. I'm nobody special. I just have common sense. That's it. I'm not very smart. I'm not very intelligent. I just have common sense. That's it. It's not that deep. I need to do that to get rid of my postpartum weight. Well, the best way to get rid of weight is to have a calorie deficit, right? And working out and having a little bit of extra muscle on your body will actually help you to lose weight because when you have more muscles on your body, your resting caloric burn is higher because it takes your body's operating system, it takes a lot more work for your body to operate and to metabolize things. And so you end up burning more calories at rest just from having more muscles. So I think that what you should focus on, Madison Rose, is a slight calorie deficit while also working out and building muscle. I highly recommend that you take a creatine supplement and a betaine supplement as well, Team G, and that I think will help you with some consistent weight training. Nothing intense or serious. Maybe one day do like a high intensity interval workout. Nothing crazy. Some Zumba. The girls love to do everything but lift a piece of weight. So do a Zumba. Do one of those ballerina. You never see those videos where women are taking classes and they're flipping upside down. They're, you know, pussies hanging up to the sky. They're upside down. Legs are across their head and behind their head, and they're flipping and they're flying and they're jucking and driving and all this stuff, and it's all to some Beyonce track. And it's like, girl, you could just lift weights. You could just lift weights, but do what you got to do. Do what you got to do. Um, just make sure that you're in a slight calorie deficit and you're doing weight training and that you're taking creatine and also TMG, and you'll be fine. But there's no rush. There's no rush to get to lose that postpartum weight. There's no rush. Take your time. Your health journey is a lifelong journey, right? Your health goals never end. You will always have health goals as long as you're living life. And I think that's part of the problem people have sometimes is, everyone has these definitive goals that end, and it's like, don't don't fool yourself. Once you hit the 140 pound, whatever weight goal you have, whatever you hit that goal, you will have other goals when it comes to your health, right? Um, so just just have the calorie deficit, and the weight will come off naturally. I know you can't spot reduce, but I'm mainly targeting my core muscles because everything on my body looks in great shape except my abdomen area. Beautiful. Well, yeah, you cannot spot reduce. However, there are a few things that you can do to shed that weight from that particular body part, um, your body's gonna lose weight where it wants to lose weight. But one thing you can do to get rid of that visceral body fat is to do, like I said before, a high intensity interval training. So once a week, do some Zumba. Do some interval training, do some sprints, and then some jogs, sprints, jogs, do something like that. That will help to target some visceral body fat in your body. And then again, just keep a slight calorie deficit. It doesn't have to be anything devastatingly strict. As long as you're in a deficit, you will slowly lose the weight. And with enough time, consistency, as long as you make it easy, something that is manageable for you to do and maintain, you will see the results that you want to see. Financial domination. Oh, findom. Okay, that's what that means. Findom. Okay. If I pay for you to come here in Chicago to go with me to the Bears games in October, would you be willing to go with me? I don't know about that, Elgin Johnson. You have to DM me about that, mate. I don't know. I don't know, Elgin Johnson. We'll see. Hey, Elijah, erecting right now. I value you, bro. I value you too, but you did not reply to my email for a Zoom call. You didn't email me. It bothers me when others talk explicitly to you. I know, it happens. Cho got muscles. I've got abs, but it's covered by a sheath of fat. But when you run, listen, not to be explicit, but when you run your hands down my stomach, you can feel my abs. They're very, I mean, definitely have abs. But again, like I just said, I need to be more consistent with keeping a calorie deficit and doing more high intensity interval training. Like I have to be more, I'm not very consistent, which is why I have not gotten rid of that visceral body fat at my tummy area. But the abs are there. And that's another struggle that people have when it comes to their abs showing. It's because you really have to dial in your diet, right? That's really the key to getting abs because that's what's going to help you to get rid of that last little bit of body fat that's covering your midsection. So it's a struggle, even for people like me. You may have the muscles might be there, but because the abdomen is one of the last areas that you can really lose fat, typically for most people, it tends to be more difficult for them. Hey, positive troll. Long time no see. How are you, positive troll? What's going on? Some people recommend losing weight first and then start lifting weights, but I beg to differ. Building muscles burn fat. Well, again, okay. Again, make sure you're being explicit and specific with what you're referring to. Losing weight is not the same thing as burning fat. Because if you're burning fat and replacing it with muscle, you're not losing weight. Do you know what I mean? Like you can go from 170 to 170 and look completely different. If you burn fat but gain muscle but you weigh the same, like I'm at 170, right? I have lost weight but I've put on a little bit of muscle. I have not changed weight, right? But my body looks different. And so I don't think there's a wrong or right way to do it in terms of what do you do first, right? Um, what's Team Zero? What is Team Zero? I don't know what Team Zero is. I'm 160. I want to be 145. I just bought a Pilates machine. Well, good luck with that. For spot reduction, I know it's not a thing, but you can move lymph and reduce fluid reduction in the area using massage or gua sha. Am I going to church? I am going to church tomorrow. Yeah. I don't know if other guys would like abs. Oh, other guys most definitely love abs. Oh yeah. RuPaul or Dragula? I don't know who Dragula is. Dragula? Who's Dragula? As in Dracula, but drag? That's kind of funny. Drag queens are so funny. They're so hilarious to me. I don't watch RuPaul though. I have a clean diet, but genetics play a part in your weight loss as well. That's true. Muscle takes up less space in your body. Fat takes up a lot more space in your body. Sure. I don't know who Dracula is. How do tops think about abs? Tops love abs. What are you talking about? You think tops love fat? Abs is a beauty standard in the gay world. It's a general beauty standard. They love like tops love like tops and bottoms love abs. All men love abs. It's a horror version of RuPaul Drag Race. Oh, really? Interesting. Dracula. That's funny. I don't want you to get too pretty because a lot of these dudes will be on me. But you don't gotta worry about that, Elga Johnson. I rarely smoke. Last time I got high, I ran into you on the EP files. I smoked tonight, and here we are again. What's up, homie? What's up, Kyle? What's going on, Kyle? How are you, Kyle? What's the EP files? Epstein files? Girl, don't bring that up. Child, I don't want to argue tonight. I'm too tired to argue with you bitches tonight. I am too tired to argue with you hoes tonight. I just want to play some Elden Ring tonight. I want to watch some Saw Traps. Listen, oh my God, guys, I don't know what got into me. I think the other night when we talked about how I was about my origin story when it comes to why I'm afraid of needles, I rewatched the Trap, the Pit of Needles Trap from season 2 of Saw. And ever since I rewatched that, I've been watching every single trap in the history of Saw. I'm on Saw 5 right now. Total waste of time. But it's like, it's the way that in my brain, I be thinking, oh my God, Cho, it's 3 o'clock. You need to go to bed. Or like, oh my God, Cho, you're going to go to bed tonight early at 12 o'clock. And then, motherfucker, it's 3 o'clock. I'm watching Saw Traps. I'm watching how people's heads are getting decapitated. It's crazy. It's so crazy. But I love the Saw series. Anyway, fuck it. Good to know. What's a top? A top is a person that fucks. You were talking about the Epstein. Oh my God, Kyle, I was. Fuck these pedophiles. What up, bro? Hey, Dumula, what's going on? You ain't trying to argue. I'm not trying to argue either, Kyle. I don't have the energy. I don't have the stamina. I don't have the HP to fight. I don't have the HP to fight tonight, y'all. That Libra voodoo from Elden Ring has been fucking me up. I fought Libra, the Everdark Sovereign version. I fought him so many times, and he rocked my shit so many times. Every time he rocked my shit. Every time he rocked my shit. I am sick. I'm sick to my stomach about that fight. And now it's out of rotation, so I can't even fight the motherfucker again until he comes back into rotation. I'm sick to my stomach about that this week. I'm sick to my stomach. It's too much. It's fucking too much. Um, the way people think of sexual dynamics is so out of touch. I mean, yeah, Faith, you're not wrong. What age is old in the gay scene? 30. 30 and above. You were chill as fuck. I am, you know what? I'm the chillest person you guys know. I think I'm very chill. I think I'm very chill. I might have a dramatic way of expressing myself, but I think I'm very chill. I mean, look at me. I'm in a fucking night robe for crying out loud. I'm in a robe. How much more chill can you get? It is, but it is still worth watching. I've been watching random old ass horror. Oh my God, I love. Are you a fan of horror movies, Kyle? That's so cool. I used to watch horror movies all the time back in the day. Greg Arnold, what's up, my favorite black guy? Nothing much, Greg Arnold. Good to see you. How are you today? Happy Saturday. There's going to be a new DLC for Elden Ring. Oh my God! Don't. I am so excited. I am excited for new classes. I don't know what they're gonna do. Like, what are you guys thinking they're gonna do with the new classes? Because there's got to be at least one new class, probably two new classes. Gotta be, gotta be, gotta be. Um, I don't know. Like, I don't know what is gonna happen. I don't know, but I'm super excited for the Elden Ring DLC and the Night Rain DLC. It's gonna be good. I'm just also really happy that FromSoft has given them the care and attention that I think that this game deserves. A lot of people were concerned about them starting Night Rain and then just not giving it the the developmental attention that it deserves to thrive. And I think they've realized that the fan base is really large and really passionate. And it may not be as large as the vanilla Elden Ring fan base, but it's still pretty sizable and still pretty passionate. So I'm happy that they're really investing more time, energy, and resources into Night Rain. I think it's a great game. I think it's fantastic. For those that are fans of Elden Ring, you guys know that that's a major investment. But Night Rain is not a major investment. It's something that's a lot more casual, yet still can itch that desire to have difficult content for the more intense, experienced gamers, right? So you have the difficulty of Elden Ring, but in a more approachable way where you don't have to invest hours upon hours upon hours into gameplay, right? So I love that aspect. It kind of, you know, it meets you in the middle where you still have access to the hard, difficult content, but it's more approachable. It's easy to get into and out to. You don't have to like invest so much of your time, right? So I love Night Rain. I'm a stan. Looking forward to the DLC. Um, Armored Core is a mech game made by the same studio. Can somebody in the Discord channel please? If you're in the Discord channel, can you please add me and remind me to look up Armored Core? Armored Core. I don't have any mods here right now, so no one's gonna like help me out here. But if you're in the Discord channel, because I'm a fucking forget. I'm a fucking forget. I'm gonna forget. Oh, did I pin the Discord? I didn't even fucking pin the Discord. What fuck me raw? What fuck me? What fuck? Let me just let me just let me give me a second. Give me a second. Okay. Okay, so if you want to join the Discord channel, you can copy the pinned comment below if you are on mobile. If you are on PC, the pinned comment is going to be above. Copy that pinned comment into your web browser, click enter. That's going to open up the invitation. I know, I know. You cannot click it, and we don't do links on YouTube. YouTube doesn't do links, apparently. Um, Copy that into your web browser, and then that will give you the invitation to the Discord. I always forget shit, y'all. Listen, I forget shit all the time. So if you mention something to me in the live stream and you don't add me in Discord, I'm gonna fucking forget it. 100% of the time. 11 out of 10 times. Okay, I'm gonna forget. 11 out of 10 times. You do the math. 11 out of 10 times. If you mention something to me that you want me to like consume or watch or check out, you mention it in the live stream, I'm gonna forget that shit. But if you tag me on Discord in one of the channels or just DM me, I'll remember. I'll get into it. And you guys have great recommendations, by the way, because you guys have put me onto a lot of great shit. You guys really have good taste. You guys really have good taste, actually. Um, I've heard there's a new letter adding to the LGBTQI plus exclamation mark Wi-Fi strong password community. It's X, and it basically means you can be any letter depending on how you feeling that day. Well, we already have that. What do you mean? That already exists. There's just not a formal letter for it, I guess. Bro, I had to put down Elden Ring, level 200 plus, and I don't know where I'm going. Child, I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Elden Ring be like that. Elden Ring be like that. Haven't been on newer horror lately, but been in that mood this whole year for nighttime horror. I know that you're not messy because gay men have a bad reputation for being devious and messy. I'm not messy. And you know why I'm not messy? I'm not messy. And this is listen, this has nothing to do with me liking to suck dick. This is just a human being situation, okay? I believe in the golden rule. It's a very ancient Chinese proverb, okay? Passed down from my family in North Korea. You guys know I'm Kim Jong Cho. I'm half black and half North Korean. This is an ancient North Korean proverb, the golden rule. You know, don't do to others what you don't want to be done to you. It's really that simple. It's really that a lot of our issues with societal conflict could be boiled down and solved by that one principle. By that one principle. By that one principle, right? And so I try to not be messy. I try not to do things to people that I would not want them to do to me. And when people call me out, I'm not going to relitigate it, but we had a big issue on this community. We had a big explosion. We had a big fight on this channel and alive. Listen, we have fights on Discord all the time, but we don't really always have big, like serious blowouts on the live stream. But we had one. And one of my friends here in the community was disappointed and mad at me. And they called me out privately and said, I'm disappointed in you. You're not being a good friend. And I said, you know what? You're right. Because the way you're describing the way I treated you, I would not want someone to treat me like that. And so I'm always trying to correct and, flip my behavior so that I can remain in congruence with that principle of the golden rule. And I implore you guys to do the same because when you do that, you'll find yourself having more allies, more relationships, and less enemies, right? You'll have more people out there that's willing to support you and to care for you and to trust you and to invest in you if you abide by that rule, right? So, no, I'm not messy. I'm not a messy ass fucking homo. Um, have you ever done battle with a hemorrhoid? I have not. I'm currently fighting for my life. Is that when you have like basically like a bump in your butt? What is a hemorrhoid again? I've heard of them. They have creams though, don't they? Oh my god, that sounds terrible. That sounds terrible. So you're going to church tomorrow? Yes. You're a religious person? I wouldn't say I'm particularly religious, but I am Baptist. I do enjoy going to church, and I do get value from going to church and evaluating some of the moral lessons that they teach you in the sermons. But I'm not married to anything. I'm not married um, to the religious institution. But that's the good thing about being Baptist. You don't have to be. I wait saw that apparently the only flag illegal to burn in the USA is Israel's flag. Well, of course, because we like to suck Israel's dick all the time. Yeah, of course it's illegal to burn Israel's flag. Of course, we're an occupied nation. Of course. What else is new? I'm just waiting these couple days for Metal Gear Solid. MGS3 was my favorite, so I'm happy about Delta. Been playing Lies of P and Final Fantasy while waiting on it. My nephew told me to play Black Ops with him. I'm thinking about doing it. That's going to be very stragged of me. Very stragged of me to be watching, to be playing Black Ops, Call of Duty. But, um, I screenshot it, go to the picture, and copy paste it to any browser. Oh, thank you, DJ. Appreciate you, DJ. If you come with me to the Bears game in October, I was gonna propose to you. That was my surprise to you. Stop. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? Stop. Don't say that. That's so funny. Thanks, DJ. I was fighting trying to figure that out. He would forget it on Discord instead. Don't be calling me out DJ in front of the newbies. Stop. Um, why don't the gay community take up the whole alphabet? Well, we're trying. Don't worry, Elgin. We're trying. What's going on, man? I worked all day today, 1 to 10 warehouse job. You're lucky you work at a restaurant, man. I don't know about that. I wouldn't call it luck. I'm there intentionally. I wouldn't call it luck. Ancient North Korean proverb: "Do not shit where you eat." That part. That part. It really helped me to calm down while watching your streams for whatever reason. You would make a good therapist. People have told me that. People have told me that. People have definitely told me that. I do think I give valuable advice to people from the heart. And it's not always because have experienced something in particular, but again, I have common sense and also I have such a wide breadth of friends. I have an extremely diverse group of friends that I have been able to kind of siphon a bit of their experience and evaluate them in a way of being able to add positive or negative connotations onto their own experiences. And I can take that and apply it to my own life and take it as a lesson on how to behave in my life and how others should behave in their lives. I'm definitely an observant person when it comes to, people's personalities and what they're going through and how they're behaving and, is it good for them, bad for them, why not? And I just like to share my experiences and my secondary experiences with people. Again, we need more conversations, not less. Um, you should listen to Kelly Price, Propose to Me. Ever had a threesome? I have, yes. My ex boyfriend and I had a threesome with his roommate. Um, it wasn't really fun. Mom, please, Mom, I know you're watching. Cover your ears. Seriously, seriously, cover your ears. Mom, Cho's mom. Everybody in the chat, tell Cho's mom cover her ears, cause I'm about to talk about sex. And this is none of your business. I'm serious, mom. I'm serious. Turn the live off for the next 5 minutes and come back. Um, so yes, I have had a threesome. I've only had one threesome, and this was like what 10 years ago. And my dad, who's also probably watching later on, my parents watch my streams like the next day, typically. My dad's already clicked off at this point. Cause he don't want to hear none of this homo shit, right? He's like already clicked the fuck off. So, um, but yes, I've had a threesome. It was not great. And the only reason I had the threesome was because my partner wanted to have the threesome. I did not want to have the threesome. But I was at that stage where I wanted to do everything I could to maintain my relationship. And so I did what I had to do to keep him, at that time. Immature, not very smart, not thinking long term, thinking in the moment. What do I want right now? Silly shit like that. So we had the threesome, and the roommate was more. It was so weird. It was just so fucking weird. The roommate was more into me than his roommate, and like they didn't. It's this is TMI. It's TMI. But I'm gonna just say this: my boyfriend at the time and his roommate didn't really get along that well. They didn't really like each other that well on a personal level, and so the threesome was really awkward because they really didn't want anything to do with one another. If that makes sense, it was all about me. The whole thing was about me. It was weird. It was weird. It was weird. So I don't think I would do it again. The circumstances would have to be perfect. And I don't even know what those circumstances would ever be in my current life. Don't know what that wouldn't make sense in my current life. So yeah, I don't know. It wasn't a good experience. What causes so many gay men to be extremely messy? When they get in their feelings, they do the most demonic stuff. I think a lot of gay men missed out on the opportunity to express themselves as teenagers. And I'm speaking primarily to millennials and above because Gen Zers have their own host of issues, right? But most Gen Zers are able to grow up and be completely out of the closet, right? A lot of millennials did not have that privilege, right? Or that opportunity, perceived as truthful or not. Whether they had the opportunity or not, a lot of people did not take the opportunity to be out in high school. And your high school years are very formative years when it comes to your emotional capacity, your emotional growth, and going through puberty. And I believe, just speculation, this is my theory. I believe that because a lot of gays did not go through those formative years when, you first started to seriously date and you got that, I feel like they didn't get that catty behavior out of their system in high school. Like they never got that out of their system. They never got that whole I have a date, I have a crush on him, and why are you looking at him like this? You have a crush on him too, like I hate you. Like they never got that out of their system. And so it's almost like a form of stunted growth, right? And I'm not excusing any of this behavior because it's demonic, it's ridiculous, and it's unacceptable. But I am explaining it. There's a difference between explaining where behavior comes from and excusing that behavior, right? So I think that's where a lot of issues comes with millennial gays and above, is that a lot of people that were not out of the closet at an earlier age didn't have the opportunity to mature emotionally when it came to sex and dating. What does gay discrimination look like today? Do you ever see it in person? I don't think we have gay discrimination today, do we? Um, I don't ever see it in person. I don't think we have gay discrimination in person today. Um, there's bigotry all the time. I mean, there are racist people, there are homophobic people, there are anti-Semitic people, but we're never going to get rid of that. But in terms of American society, I don't think we see gay discrimination anymore. Which, by the way, I don't want to get into a little bit of a rant, but let me just say this. Let me just say this. I believe that the LGBTQI plus exclamation mark Wi-Fi strong password community, back in the day when gay marriage was not legal, um, back when that wasn't legal, they had a lot of things to fight for. Gay adoption wasn't a thing. Gay surrogacy wasn't a thing. There were a lot of things that gay relationships did not have access to that straight couples did, right? And so there was a lot of need for fundraising. But see, here's the problem, guys. And this is why y'all gonna call me transphobic, and that's okay. It's fine. Because I know who I am. Whatever. Fuck you. But here's where the whole transgenderism activism started is because gay organizations, gay activist organizations, they got what they wanted. Gay marriage got passed, gay adoption got passed, gay surrogacy got passed, all these things got passed. And so there were no more problems. And when there were no more problems, there was no more money. People were getting ready to lose their fucking jobs. Okay? They were getting ready to lose their fucking jobs. This whole lobby and organizational effort to gain gay rights. And so what did they do? They have to come up with new problems. They've got to come up with new problems, new victimhood classes, right? They had to create new problems and new victims in order to fundraise more money to keep their fucking jobs and to keep the flow of money, right? And so now, all of a sudden, trans people are now the most victimized class in the entire fucking world, right? So that's kind of my theory about why the LGBT community has moved on to fighting so much for trans rights. It's like, and this is also why I think a lot of gay people have been put off because, let's be quite frank, there is a clear difference between liking the same sex that you are and feeling as though you are the opposite sex. Those are two entirely different fucking groups. And quite frankly, they have nothing in common. Quite frankly, they have nothing in common. Let's be honest about that. Let's be honest about that, guys. But these groups, these activist groups, are all umbrella organizations, right? And so, again, I'll wrap up my argument, and I'll put a bow on it, and I'll pin it. These activist organizations raised a lot of money. They had a lot of positive impact. They got us a lot of crucial rights for gays. But when they solved the problem and they put themselves out of a job, so they had to create new problems to fundraise for. And that's why we're seeing such a massive push from LGBTQI plus exclamation mark Wi-Fi strong forward password community. We're seeing such a strong push from those organizations when it relates to trans rights because gays aren't discriminated against today. Now, again, I'll say this: bigotry happens. People call me a homo all the time. People call me the N word, hard R, all the time. That's not discrimination. That's bigotry. And that's something we're never going to get rid of. We're never going to do it. It's never going to happen. Let it go. But it is not the job of the government to eradicate that. It is the job of the government to make sure that they are not bigoted, right? They're not the ones trampling on rights in favor of others, right? Um, so sorry. I hope hopefully that makes my position clear on the whole discrimination thing. I think gays are doing quite fine in America today. So yeah. Okay. Um, you're gonna get married to me in the future, no lie. Okay, girl. Um, I was thinking that you should become a therapist too. Chose mom, this is something they may scar you for life. Girl, please. I hope she didn't. She's probably gonna listen to it anyway. And then she's gonna call me talking about, why are you telling people stuff about that? You never told me you did that in college. Mom, girl, bye. Man, I'm not sharing you with anyone. It's just gonna be me and you. Oh my god, so no threesomes for Elkin Johnson, I guess. I wish I could come out of the closet. Well, you can, but at what cost, PAC? The truth is worth it. I wouldn't do a threesome because you're not going to be attracted to both people equally. Madison Rose, wow, I never thought about that. Well, it's the truth, honey. What are you guys what are you guys coming for? For me spitting the truth. I'm telling you, us conspiracy theorists, us conspiracy theorists with my above average batting, my batting average is fucking sick, honey. I'm telling you. Listen, since 2020, my batting average has been fucking sick. Okay, us conspiracy theorists. Um, I think your generation paved the way for these new gays. I never had a crush on a guy, but as mentioned before, I would only be interested in you, beautiful. Well, thank you, Elgin Johnson. I should have said bigotry, not discrimination. Oh well, yeah, I've experienced bigotry all the time. Well, not all the time, but mostly on the internet. Not really in person. Well, when I was little, but like everyone experiences bigotry when they're little. It's not really bigotry. It's just people trying to be hurtful. You know what I mean? Um, but no, I've never really experienced bigotry in person in real life because people are just bitch made. First of all, people are bitch made. Nobody wants to get canceled. Nobody wants to be on the internet going viral. Nobody wants to lose their job. So like, even if people are bigoted, they're not really being that way in person. I'll just leave Democrat men are feminine. Okay. Why is LGBT when the T has nothing to do with the LGBT? I don't know. You tell me, PAC. You tell me. You're spitting such truth right now. Snoop, is that me? I wish, Anthony. I wish it was me, Snoop. Unfortunately, it's not. Cho, what's up? Hey, Patrick Torres, how are you? What's going on? Happy Saturday. Tell me one good thing about your day today, Patrick. I can come out at the cost of all of my friends and family and the perspective of my coworkers. Maybe, I mean, it's, I mean, This may be shocking to you, PAC, but if your friends and family would drop you because you like to suck dick, then they are not your friends or family. It's a charade. Charade or charade? Charade? That sounds so ghetto. Charade. Or no, not ghetto, but like fancy. Charade. It's like mirage and charade. Mirage and charade. You know what I'm talking about. Uh, um, so if your friends and family drop you because you like to suck dick, then they're not really good friends or family to me. And if you lose the respect of your coworkers, then I don't think your coworkers are respectable either. They should be losing your respect as well. Now there is the price to pay. There is a price to pay. Um, there is a price to pay, of course. Um, but I just feel like when you live in your truth, you're able to attract higher quality people, right? And I feel like you're able to be more of yourself, and you're able to be more authentic to yourself, and you're able to achieve more when you're authentic and genuine, right? You're less stressed out, you get less gray hair, you get less wrinkles, you look better, you have better sex. Do you know what I mean? Like everything just falls better in place when you're genuine and authentic, and it takes less effort, right? Um, I'm sorry about that, PAC. I'm sorry to hear about that. Jim Ko, get a job and help your mom pay bills. No, thank you, Jim Ko. Welcome back, Jim Ko. I love having you here. Thanks for coming back. How do you have a good vocabulary? I'm trying to get into the military. My scores are horrible on word knowledge and word comprehension. Read more books. Read more books. Get flashcards. Whenever you encounter a word that you don't know, make a flashcard. Memorize it. Because you never leave your house. Listen, why would I leave my 3,000 square foot home? What would you? If you lived in a 3,000 square foot home, would you leave your home, Jim Ko? Probably not. I live in a beautiful home. I live in a beautiful home. Go check out my vlogs. Go check my vlogs out. And you get to me frolicking in this 3,000 square foot home. Um, you wouldn't leave either. Um, um, D Mula, start with reading books, but get a dictionary and look up words. Yes. See, DJ, I know. DJ is on point. Thrift store books are great value. Dude, headphones cost $19.99. Bitch, I wish. Let me get you. I'll show you, honey. I'll show you. Let's get it out. Let's get the headphones out. Sorry, dude. Wait a second. Okay. Okay, so let's check out my 1999 headphones. So these are the Arctis Nova Pro Wireless. It is by Still Series. I love them so much. Um, let's let's go to the website. Double check this shit. Let's double check this shit. Just to make sure. Just to make sure. Um, you see, this is why I need to be on. I need to be on. Okay, wait. Here they are. Okay, so here they are. My 1999 headphones. They're really amazing, by the way, guys. Um, $379.99. Now, I don't recommend you ever pay that shit for these headphones. They're not worth that much money. And I only paid $275. And I'll tell you, let me tell you, not sponsored, but let me tell you about Still Series. I am a Steel Series fanboy. Okay, I am truly, honestly. The last pair of Steel Series headphones I had were the Arctis 6, I think. I forget. They were like 130 to 30 bucks. So they weren't premium, but they weren't super budget. They were like the mid tier, um, it was the mid tier price, right? I had those headphones for like 8 years, a long time. Steel Series has excellent customer service. Excellent customer service, okay? And for me, that's one of the highlights of the brand in general. It's because I would rather take a company, like when you think about the companies, your favorite companies, or you think about companies in general and your experiences as a customer, what do you think about the most often? I'll tell you, your bad experiences with customer service. That's what you think about the most, right? And so for me, as a consumer and a customer, I've never had bad experiences. I've only had amazing experiences with SteelSeries. And so that's why I recommend them for all of your gaming peripherals, especially if you want headphones. I believe that they have the best range of products for headphones at all of your different budget tiers. Whether you're low budget, mid tier pricing, or no budget, they are going to have excellent options that are going to provide your gaming experiences a lot of value at each tier. So definitely check them out in terms of headphones. Now, I also like their mechanical keyboards. I like their keyboards. They're clicky, 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 and I like their mice. Now the mice are not as well renowned. I'll be honest. I'll keep it honest. Their mice do not really rank up against other brands like Corsair and other similar brands, Logitech. But again, I'm a brand loyalist, okay? And so I know that if I have any issues with this mice, they're gonna fucking take care of me. And that's really the value I get from SteelSeries. So in terms of these specific headsets, I just bought these a couple weeks ago. I have instantly fallen in love with them because again, you can hot swap the batteries. You have this receiver right here, and you can literally change the audio. It's just so fucking amazing. I gotta do like a whole fucking review on this. But you can change the volume and the settings with this receiver right here. And there's an extra battery right there, right? So wait, let me see if I can do this. Can fuck me raw. So anyway, the battery's here, right? So the battery's right there. And you can literally take the battery out. Music is still playing, by the way. And then hot swap the battery. Oh, did I put it in the wrong way? Okay, wait, this way. I'm still getting used to it. And then you just, boom. And then you put the battery back in. It takes some getting used to, but it is extremely convenient. And I'm hoping I never have to buy another headset for the foreseeable future. So, highly recommend the Arctis Nova Pro Wireless for PC, Xbox, or PlayStation. I love them so much. They're fantastic. Not sponsored at all. I just love Steel Series so much. I've been a long time purchaser of their products. And specifically, these headphones, if you play any games like Call of Duty, Valorant, Apex Legends, Fortnite, any game where there are fucking footsteps, bitch, you can hear a mouse take footsteps. You can hear a mouse crawling near you with these headphones, okay? So it will give you a competitive edge in those games because you'll be able to hear um, a lot higher sound quality with these headphones. So highly recommend them. Okay. Um. So what was I talking about? Oh, my headphones cost $19.99. Okay, yes, sure. They're $20. These are $20, guys. I had a nice dinner tonight with the family at Cheesecake Factory. Really, thanks for the talk. I have a gay friend, and he's really caught up with the news and hate messaging. But I think it's not as bad as the media makes it. It's not. Welcome back, Jim Kale. But they are all I have. I'm not ready to give it all up now. I get it. That sucks. Um, I get it. That's tough, and that's tough, PAC. I'm so sorry. First of all, I'm very sorry that you are in this position right now, and I hope that you can get to a place in your life where you have the capacity to live your truth in a way that is productive and fulfilling for you. You definitely deserve to be open and honest. I'm not saying that you need to like wave around a pride flag or like have a purse fall out your mouth and start sucking dick in the town square. I'm not saying that, but I think you would feel a very transformative shift in your life once you started being more authentic. So I pray and hope that you can get to a place where you can do that. Is the T maybe for trans and LGBTQ? Yes, it is, Patrick. Hood, the Democrats are all disgusting. A lot of them are, yeah. When you find a good book that you enjoy, it always helps. Start with the classics, do Lord of the Flies or some Ron or Roald Dahl. I have no idea who that is. Thank God for the guard coming to Chicago. If they do, probably more than any other city. Let's get Brandon the hell out too. I agree with that, honey. I got the Steel Series magnetic switches keyboard. Pretty cool. Oh, really? You like it? That's awesome. I forget what keyboard this is, but I like the keyboard. Hey, Jane Fonda. You said you never experienced bigotry. I said cause you never leave your house. Oh, that's what you're talking about. Okay, well, maybe you're right. I can afford to not leave my house though, Jim Kale. Can you? Can you? I can actually afford to never leave my house, but can you? Um, my fiance son is getting married and I'm not even invited. I know the deal and it's so wrong. I need context. I need context. I need context. Ooh, this sounds juicy. I need context. Your fiance's son is getting married and I'm not invited. I know the deal and it's so wrong. What's the deal? Before I give commentary, I need context because I'm going to tell you one thing. The wedding's not for you. The last time I checked, your fiance's son was the one getting married, not you. And I'm very radical when it comes to people getting married and their invitation lists. Not one person is owed a fucking seat at your wedding. Not one. Not one. Not your daddy. Not your mommy. Not nan one motherfucker is owed a seat at your wedding. That type of entitlement thinking, I think, is very toxic. But maybe there's some context that I'm missing where you have been financing shit for your fiance son. You've been super supportive. He just moved out of your house 2 days ago, and now he's getting married. And he's not inviting you to the wedding. Like, what? There has to be some context here. Um, what do you think about firearm ownership? I believe in our Second Amendment rights. Every mentally competent person should be able to carry a gun to protect themselves. Are you brains? Are you gay? Sandra, take a good guess. Does your boo allow a third in the room? No, Andrew. We don't we don't have sex with other people. Hey, what do you think of police in this day and age? I think for the most part they're the pit bulls of the government. They're the dogs of the government. Not the smartest people ever. Um, they carry out a bunch of bullshit for the government. I'm not the biggest fans of them, but I don't demonize them in the way that a lot of liberals do because they are necessary. They are a necessary evil, unfortunately, because bitches don't know how to fucking act. Um, and we do have a lot of degeneracy and crime. I don't believe in, this whole defund the police. Like, that's a bunch of bullshit. That's dumb. You know who wants to defund the police? Champagne socialists. The people who want to defund the police are people who live in ivory towers. People who want to defund the police are rich white people, right? Like they're the majority. Like black people don't support that shit. Go to any city that has a large black population. They've done the test, they've done the research. Black people, the majority of black people do not support defund the police. You want to take a good guess why? Take a good guess why. You want to know why they don't support that shit? Because black people suffer at the hands of other black people at disproportionate numbers. They suffer crime from black people at highly disproportionate volumes. Okay? So black people are the first to say, no, we need the police. Don't fund the police. Because, bitch, the person that a black person has to fear the most in society today is a black man. Don't get me started. Don't get me started. Don't piss me off. Don't get me started on this shit. So no, I mean this whole defund the police thing is like a white rich liberal talking point. That's something that they push, and it's because they live in suburbs. They don't have to deal with the police. So they push these narratives. And sure, they get a black person, they get a token black person to be on the poster with the fist bump, black power, defund the police, sure. But again, that person does not represent the majority of black people, statistically speaking, when they are polled. When black people are polled on whether they want to defund the police or not, we vote against that shit because we have violence committed against us by black folk. And we would probably feel a bit safer if police were able to lock up people that commit crimes against us. So now come on now. Now come on. Um Thank you for the comment. PAC, you would not be giving up on them. You would be giving them an opportunity to surprise you or rise to the occasion. My brother just got married to a man and he thought no one would show, but almost all of the family came and was more supportive than he ever imagined. It's Faith, thank you for saying that. When I came out at the age of 18, I thought it was like such a groundbreaking thing. And my mom's attitude was basically like, "Girl, we been new. Girl, we been new. I mean, what is this all about? Like, what's all this hoopla about? You know?" And I think a lot of people are just really fear based. A lot of people just are very fearful. And that creates these delusions where we think, oh, I'm going to be completely abandoned. And perhaps it's because it does happen occasionally. It does happen sometimes where people do abandon their children for coming out as gay. But I do not think that's the norm. I do not think that's the norm at all in 2025. So, we're going to pray for PAC and his community and his relationships. Um, why is Jim Kale quiet? Where do you go? Um, my family is much, much different, Faith. Do you keep up with the other streamers like Destiny and Ethan Klein? A little bit, Andrew, a little bit. Um, I mean, most of the other streamers are pretty disgusting, to be quite frank with you. They're pretty disgusting. I guess anyone can say that about anything. But I have been keeping up with the Ethan Klein lawsuits, and I am rooting for Ethan Klein on a major level. I am so excited to see him become a supervillain. You attack someone's family, you attack someone's children, you attack someone's wife, and to see him ripping these people apart and ruining their lives, I'm here for it. I support it 100% in support of it. Is Ethan Klein a good person? No, he's not. But I love to see justice served whenever it can be served, and he's serving justice. So yes, I'm definitely Team Ethan Klein in the context of his lawsuits against the Hassan orbiters. Yeah, I hate them so much. Um, they have already expressed how they feel about gays, but have they expressed how they feel about you? CPAC, part of the problem is that a lot of families like that express views against people that they don't know anything about, that they think they don't know anything about. But it can be shocking when they realize that the person that they have loved for 30 plus years or however old you are, the person that they love have had amazing experiences with, have been supported by you, they've supported you. All of a sudden, there's this cognitive dissonance that occurs when that person is now someone that they're in their mind they're supposed to have always hated. They represent something that they're supposed to have always hated. And this is what Faith is talking about when she says that's the opportunity to surprise you or rise to the occasion. Will they accept the fact that the person they have loved for 30 plus years happens to be someone that they previously thought they never would be, right? But it's risky. I get it's risky. I get it's risky. Again, I'm praying for you. So I have a friend who has a wife with a daughter that's not his. She's getting married, and the real father, deadbeat, and was never there, is walking her down the aisle. My homie was helping financially. Okay. And the guy's upset about that? I get I get his feelings being hurt. I get his feelings being hurt. Um but was he giving her the financial assistance in order to walk her down the aisle, or was he giving her the financial assistance because that's what he wants to do and he's genuine in giving that to her because he wants to treat her like a daughter, right? It does feel like a betrayal, right? To somehow choose the man who didn't do shit for you, the man that was never there for you, over the man that has done everything for you, right? But I also feel like if you're doing all this stuff for your own selfish desires, then fuck you too. Fuck you too, right? Fuck you too. I mean, um I would have a conversation with her about it. I don't think anything's wrong with that. I think he's allowed to express his frustration and his disappointment and his feeling of betrayal to his daughter, his stepdaughter. But I don't know. I hear this story a lot, and I don't always find myself having a lot of empathy for the stepdad. I don't. There's a way to handle it, and there's not a way to handle it. And I think having a conversation with her is the way to handle it, right? It's the way to handle it. Um, but let me know what you guys think. JG voted for Trump. I'm not for Senate and National Guard though, unless it's complete chaos. Well, have you seen Chicago South Side? Have you seen DC? I'll remind you, JG, that the reason the National Guard got caught in DC was because a little black girl got shot and murdered. A little black girl. A little black girl. I don't think she's even 5 years old. How old was she? Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. But a tiny little girl was shot and murdered in DC. And that was the moment that Trump said, enough's enough. Enough's enough. That's it. That's it. So I think that when little children are being shot and murdered by gang activity, I think that's chaos. To me, that's chaos. In my world, that's chaos. That's chaos to me. I don't know how low the bar has to get for people to be okay with this, but I think when little children are being murdered in the streets, it's time. It's time. But I respect that opinion, JG. I respect that opinion. Um uh and is out of everything. When he found out he stopped paying for everything, the mom and daughter is mad now. He and I think tough break. Well, that's just kind of silly. I think he's kind of a douchebag, to be honest, MOP. He's throwing a temper tantrum like a little bitch. To be quite frank, to be quite frank, that guy is throwing a temper tantrum like a little bitch. I mean, honestly, I don't think that's the way to handle it as a man. That's not the way to handle it. That's something a bitch would do. That's something a woman would do. That emotional outburst, that's something a woman would do. But for a man to not have a conversation, to throw a temper tantrum, to be so upset about another person walking her down the aisle, and to completely stop all his financial support, I think having a conversation about it is definitely warranted, and his feelings are definitely valid. I'm not saying the feelings are not valid. What I am saying, though, is that, you have responsibility as a father. As a father, if you claim to be a father, and all of a sudden this innocuous, arbitrary, you know 30 seconds of life is now causing you to not be a father, maybe you're not that good of a father that you think you are. That might be controversial to say, but that's my opinion. I'm not that sympathetic. Fuck him. He wants to piss away his relationship with his woman and the daughter, the stepdaughter, then go ahead, do it. I mean, okay. Now what? Now what? Now you're single. Okay. Like, okay, fine. You win. You win. Sure. Now what? I don't know. I don't know. I don't get I'm not sympathizing with him so far. But there's probably more context that I'm missing. I don't know. Who knows? Bringing National Guard in is compatible to sending Tom after Jerry, Coyote after Roadrunner. Well, the people of DC have been very pleased with the National Guard coming to DC. The thing about these issues is there's a lot of noise about what's happening in these major cities that are having the National Guard deployed on them. There's a lot of noise about this from people who don't fucking live there. But I have been seeking out people's opinions that are actually from DC. And I have watched a countless number of black men and black women who live in DC who have said how much calmer the streets are of DC, that they are surprised at how quickly things have changed. Now, the National Guard's not going to be there forever, right? They're not going to be there forever, but so who knows if crime's going to return once they leave. But for the last week or so, bitches are happy. Bitches are happy with the National Guard being there in DC. So whatever the fuck they doing in DC, it's working. The desired effect is happening. Crime is down in DC right now. Visibly, people feel it. People feel comfortable to go outside their front porch and not have to pick up shit from a homeless person. Since the National Guard has cleaned the streets up, people don't have to clean shit and piss off their front doorsteps anymore. You know, it's crazy. It's fucking crazy. And once again, you've got liberals taking up for criminals. They don't give a fuck about the innocent people who are the victims of homelessness, vagrancy, criminal activity, violence, theft, murder, threats. Like, they don't give a fuck about those people. They give a fuck more about the baby fucking angels who apparently have to like steal food and murder people to feed their fucking families, because they're poor, they didn't have a father in their life. It's like, okay, not my problem that you didn't have a father in your life. Does not give you the right to be a crazy psychotic person, right? And to harm others. I don't know, guys. I'm never gonna be on the side of the criminal. How about that? I'm never gonna be on the side of the criminal. Period. Period. I believe in law and order and people being protected from criminality. And I do not think that calling the National Guard in is ideal. Not at all. Never said that. However, the alternative has been for the last decade lawlessness. That's what the alternative has been. So if these sons of bitches can't clean their cities up, then someone else will. So you have options to fix the problems yourself. They're not choosing those options because they don't want to. So that's so yeah. The National Guard is coming to a city near you. Buckle up. Don't commit any crimes. How about that? How about that? Don't commit any crimes, and you don't have shit to worry about. How about that? I hear you, PAC. I don't know them. Go at your own pace, but the world is kinder than you think, and people will surprise you. So you think church would help me, Cho, because of my fake voice? I don't think anything's gonna help you as long as you are using a fake voice, Dimula. I think you need to be more authentic. But church might help. It may help you. I don't know. Try it out. Have you ever seen anything supernatural or alien? No, I haven't seen anything supernatural or alien, but I have felt. I don't know if it's supernatural or alien. I don't. No, I don't think so. No, the answer's no. I think when my cat Karma died, I was going crazy. When my cat Karma died, for 2 weeks after her death, she died in the basement, by the way. But after her death, I would hear her every night at like it was either 12 or 2 a.m. I would hear her at night meowing in the basement. Um, I think that was just my brain short circuiting because that was her normal routine. She would meow at like 12 or 2 in the morning. And then I would go downstairs and give her water from the faucet because the bitch doesn't drink water from a cup laying. Listen, my cat does not drink room temperature water out of a bowl on the floor. No, she does not. She only drinks water out of a faucet. So at 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock, she would meow. I would come downstairs, stop what the fuck I was doing, and then give her water, from the faucet. And so for 2 weeks after her death, I would literally hear her meowing at those specific times. I thought I was going crazy. I was going crazy, I guess. Um, oh my God, I said I was going to end the stream at 90 minutes. It's been 122. Fuck me raw. Thank you, Therapist Cho, for the advice. I'm 18, so I still got some time to prepare just a bit in case the worst happens. I think it's time to head out now, but thanks. Oh, okay, so you're 18. So I don't. If you are so terrified about coming out, then you need to get to a point where you have some financial independence, honey. Stay in the closet. Stay in the closet until you have some financial independence, and you know, talk to friends. Talk to friends about it. Talk to people that you think you can trust. Um, I have a feeling you probably live in a very small area where if you tell one person, the whole fucking town, all five of you are going to know about it. So I understand the risk. I understand the gravity of living in a small town and feeling like if you lose everyone, it really is everyone because you live in a small town. It's different when you live in a big city. It's just different, right? But I think you have to evaluate your risk tolerance with telling people. But it's something you should think about. And I just want to let you know that we support you, PAC. We like you here. You contribute a lot of value to this community, and we want the best for you. So we're hoping the best. He tried talking to her. The pushback was real. Okay, fair enough. Hey, JP. Hey, Allie. We're going to end the stream. It's been way longer than I wanted to. I've got like 15 notifications on Discord. Join the Discord channel, guys. We have a lot of fun on Discord. It is in the description. No, it's pinned in the comment below or above, depending on whether you're on PC or mobile. Copy that into your web browser and join us on Discord, okay? Um, we will be back tomorrow at 11 p.m. Eastern time zone. I'm hoping that tomorrow will be a less busy day for me. I deserve a break. Who knows if I'll get it? But thank you, G, for being here. I appreciate you, G. Um, we'll be back tomorrow at 11. Say goodnight to Duke. Say goodnight to Duke. Duke says goodnight. He's ready to go to bed. He's been ready to go to bed. Um, but yeah, I love you guys so much, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.